You're probably paying dozens of dollars every month for A tools you could be using for free. And the crazy part, some of the best A tools aren't the ones everyone is talking about. So I went searching for 5 genuinely useful A tools that you can use for free in 26 tools for studying, creating, working, and getting things done faster. I've ranked them from useful to the one I think is absolutely worth knowing. Let's start with number 5. At number 5, we have HyperFrames. This is a really interesting tool if you want to create videos without spending hours inside a traditional editor. You can build animated videos using code, and with IA, you can describe what you want and let it help create the video for you. For example, you can create animated text, graphics, product visuals, or short-form content, then preview the result and export it as a video. And the best part? It's open source, so you can run it yourself for free. It isn't the easiest tool for complete beginners, but if you're interested in AI automation or creating content at scale, this one is definitely worth checking out. That's why HyperFrames takes number 5 on my list. At number 4, we have Meetly. You know those meeting assistants that can cost you a monthly subscription? Meetly gives you a free alternative. It can listen to your meetings, turn conversations into text, and create useful summaries automatically. And I'm not just going to tell you about it. Watch this. As you can see, the conversation is being transcribed in real time, and once the meeting is finished, you can turn that conversation into a clean summary. What makes it even more interesting is that its community edition is free and open source, while paid options are available for extra features. So if you're a student, freelancer, creator, or anyone who sits through a lot of meetings, this can save you time and potentially another monthly subscription. Meetly's that can save you. That's why Meetly takes number 4. Now let's move to number 3. At number 3, we have Montage. Imagine taking a bunch of raw clips and turning them into a polished video without spending hours manually arranging everything. That's where Montage gets interesting. You can bring your footage into the workflow, experiment with different arrangements, and quickly build a montage around your content. What I like about this is the idea behind it. Less time fighting with a timeline, and more time focusing on the actual story. And because it's open source, it's especially interesting for creators who want more control over their workflow instead of being locked into another expensive editing subscription. It's not necessarily going to replace every professional video editor, but if you're creating content regularly and want a faster way to experiment with your footage, this is definitely one to keep an eye on. And that's why Montage takes number 3. At number 2, we have Voicebox. You know how expensive and time-consuming professional voice production can be? Voicebox takes a completely different approach. Instead of hiring a voice artist or recording everything yourself, you can use IA to create and work with voices, and this is where it becomes really useful for creators. Imagine you're making a YouTube video, a short, an explainer, or even a voice-based project. You can generate the narration and experiment with different voices without setting up a microphone every time. What makes this especially interesting is that you're not just getting a basic text-to-speech voice. You can use AI to create more natural-sounding audio for your content. Of course, AI voices aren't perfect. For emotional storytelling or a highly personal brand, a real human voice can still have an advantage. And finally, we've reached number 1. You've probably seen NotebookLM before, but there's a reason I put it above the other 4. It takes information you already have and turns it into something you can actually work with. Whether it's a huge PDF, research material, notes, or an entire collection of documents, NotebookLM can help you understand the information much faster. And instead of just telling you what it can do, watch this. That's what makes it different. You're not simply chatting with another IU, can give it your own sources and use those sources to research, summarize, understand, and learn. And for a tool you can use for free, that's seriously powerful. So if you're a student, researcher, creator, or honestly anyone who deals with a lot of information, NotebookLM is one tool I definitely recommend trying. And that's my number 1. But which of these 5 would you actually use? Let me know in the comments. If you found even one tool in this video that genuinely helped you, consider subscribing. I spend hours finding, testing, and researching these tools so you don't have to, and there's a lot more coming.